Today, I want to share with you a great show. This is a topic that I love to be able to teach, especially to beginner health-based coaches. But remember, even if you're advanced, even if you've been doing this now for a decade or more, you always want to come back to this one mantra overall. I'm going to share that with you in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. Great to have you here today on this Integrative Health Coach Success Podcast, episode 326. This is one of my top tips for beginner health coaches, and I always love to be able to teach it. And the way that this topic came up, we always ask our community, what more would you like to hear on how can we help you better serve your clients? How can you become a better health coach, chiropractor, personal trainer, esthetician, massage therapist, you name it, right? How can you get better at your craft? And it came back to this one line. And so again, we have an amazing IHP team. We're asking for feedback. What are people looking for? This quote, this line came up: be the health coach you wish you had. And I love that. Be the chiropractor you wish you had. Be the doctor you wish you had. Be the massage therapist you wish you had. Be the personal trainer you wish you had, right? Be the coach. Just be the coach that you wish you had. And when they said that, I loved it. I knew I wanted to make a show about it. And here's why. In the beginning, you don't know how to, you're not the best at reading at-home lab tests. You're not the best at putting together exercise programs. You're not the best at skincare, the best chiropractor, the best anything. You're not. You're not at all. But here's what you are the best at. You're the best at being attentive because you have very few clients. And so you want to do an amazing job, a better job than maybe someone who's more experienced is going to do or wants to or even thinks about it. And here's why. Because they have so many clients. And so if a client leaves, they're not as worried. But you, with your first couple clients, you want to make sure that you attend to their every need, that you're going above and beyond. And also you remember crystal clear what it was like, most likely, to not be able to achieve your goals: weight loss, weight gain, body transformation, getting well, overcoming autoimmune-based issues, and so much more. And I did the same thing when I first got into even just nutrition and personal training. Now, yes, I of course was trying to work on my own physique, my own body, all of those things, but I knew what it was like not to be helped by other practitioners for my health. I went through that for years, and I realized that, being cold, not caring about people, looking at them as just a number, it's just another appointment, that wasn't going to be me. Every time a client walked in, I was going to greet them with energy. I was going to be excited to see them. I was going to be smiling, even if I was down, even if something was going on with me. I knew it was their time, and I was going to uplift them in any way that I could. That was a superpower I had, especially when I only had a few clients. And then when I started to get into naturopathy, functional medicine, integrative health, I sat down and prepped for every appointment for at least 30 to 60 minutes, just prep work. And that meant that when that person walked in, I would know their intake form, their health history. I would already know what they were coming to see me for. I would know what they tried in the past. I would know what was successful, what wasn't successful. And it lent to them a feeling of preparedness, of course, but also that I cared, that I was there to listen, that I wanted them to be heard, and I wanted them to know that I was going to help them overcome this no matter what. And when they left that appointment, they also knew that whenever they needed me, I was going to be there. Email me with any questions. You have difficulty running one of the at-home lab tests? Let me know. I can help. You don't understand how to start the protocol, or if these two supplements are okay together, or when you can begin to transition to adding more foods to your diet? No problem. Let me know. All my consultations went a little bit longer. All my appointments lasted just that little bit, so that they knew that they had my full attention. So remember, I want you to write down right now, well, this is fresh in your mind because I know it was for me. How can you be the health coach that you wish you had? Or in general, how can you wish that you were the coach you had? Maybe you saw a parent go through just terrible conventional medicine appointment after appointment, not being heard, not being listened to, not being followed up with properly, not having the proper guidance, not getting calls back, not getting emails back, all of those things, right? You never want a client to go through that. You didn't want your parents to go through it, or you didn't want you to go through it. You're never going to allow that to happen. Well, write down all the bad things that happened. I've done this through my entire career, not even just with clients. This is also what I did. So when I was in college, I worked in gyms as a nutritionist and personal trainer. When I graduated, I worked in the corporate world for a whole 6 months, while at the same time, a second job working in a gym at night. And then I said, I only want to do one, and it's not the corporate world. And so I actually somehow got hired at this brand new, super high-end boutique health club that was offering personal training positions. So I don't know how I got in, but I got in at 22 years old, and I worked hard, very hard, because I was younger, I had less experience, all of those things. But here's what I did. I was there for a few years. I learned all of the things that personal trainers don't want done to them as employees. Like, we didn't like being told that we had to work, the fitness floor, cleaning up weights, doing all these things when we're supposed to be a high value service that the gym was charging like $120 or more appointment for. And I'm going around like cleaning machines and all that. Like, I did that in college and I get it. And like, I'm okay with that. But like, you hired me as a high value individual, and now you want me to go and do this. Like, it didn't make sense to me. Believe me, I'm not above cleaning equipment. That's for sure. I did that and much more when I was in college in order to earn income. And that was my job. Like, I started out, but it didn't make sense at that point. So I started to just write these things down. And then I also said, the gym has these policies towards clients that just like aren't that fair. Like, they had to cancel, it was like 3 days in advance. I'm like, 3 days in advance? Like sometimes things just come up. Now, 24 hours notice, I get it, because it has to be fair to the personal trainer, the gym, et cetera. But extended policies like canceling 2 months ahead of time for a hotel room. Well, sometimes just like things come up. So cancellation policy. And then it was also the first visit. The first visit was only 30 minutes. And I was like, I need more time to speak with a client. And so I just started offering that time for free, like not paid. And so all of these things, I said, if I was the client, this is what I would want. This is what I would want. And I always then modeled my services around that. So what I want for you is to think about, what would your clients want from you? Take money out of the equation, take time out of the equation. Start with like anything. Like, if sky was the limit, what could you provide? What would you want provided? That's what we want. So don't even talk about what you can provide. Talk about what would you like to provide? What would the client like? Because you can always develop a high level, a high tiered package that a client would love this. And then if you need to, okay, you can tailor down others. That's okay. But go out with your best. Like, literally try to be your very best for those clients. And I'm telling you right now, you have to start with this from the beginning, before you get jaded, before you start doing 10, 20 appointments or so per week. Start from the beginning if you can. That's why, even though it's a top tip for advanced coaches as well, because we want to get back to this. We want to get back to providing the greatest quality of service for our clients, patients, etc. But if you're just starting out, you have the opportunity, a very unique opportunity in place in this world, in order to be able to say, what is the very best level of service that I could provide that a client would want? What type of health coach do I wish I had as I was looking for help, right? That I was looking to get well or transform your body or whatever it might be. Think about that. If you've ever been in that position, what did you not like? What did you like? I always had a did not like column and then a like column. Now, eventually, as you move into business, you realize, well, some of these things, they have to take place, meaning like, you do have to have a cancellation policy. You can't let people cancel on you all the time, 10 minutes before. You actually have to have that as part of your career, right? But there are things that you can do to make it much easier, much better for the client as well. So my goal for you today would be to do this. Write down all the things that you didn't like in the services that you were provided, either for a family member or for yourself. Then write down all the things that you have been provided that you've loved, and other things that you wish that you had as well. If you can write down those two columns, you can minimize column A, all the things that you didn't like, and maximize column B, all the things that you wish you had. And you start to provide it in the world, especially from the beginning, which you have the time, right? You have the time, you have the energy, you are able to do that before you have less time, right? You're able to then implement these from the start. I'm telling you right now, it will kickstart your practice. It will grow your practice faster because you'll have so many more referrals from people that say, I can't even believe this level of service exists. You listened to me, you cared, you empathized, you followed up. This is exactly what I was looking for. I can't wait to tell other people about this service. Hopefully today's show was helpful. The 3 big takeaways, all the show notes will be at ihp.coach/326. Check it out. And if you're not already part of the IHP community and you're thinking about becoming a certified health coach and the health coach in your home, learning how to heal yourself and heal others, head on over to ihp.coach. That'll take you right over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org. Learn about the community, learn about what we hopefully can help and offer to you so that you can go out, you become a certified health coach, add it on to any other discipline you may have, or maybe you are a stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home dad, you're looking for a new career or to switch a career. We'd love to be the community that helps you do that. So take care, everybody. Have an amazing rest of the day. We'll talk with you soon.